Isn't it super disheartening when you pour your heart and your soul into building an offer only to have it fall flat in the market? We've all had that happen, but one of the key things is really learning how to make your offers irresistible. Hey, it's Melanie here, your authority brand amplifier. And today I want to talk a little bit about what it takes to go from being invisible and feeling like a best kept secret and creating these greater impacts and boosting up the revenue because you have an offer that's really compelling and exciting to your ideal clients. Like, isn't that what we all want? And particularly if you're following my 7-step plan and you're going to be bringing 4 and 5 and maybe even 6-figure offers into your offering roadmap, this is a really key piece because the more you charge for something, the easier it is to sell it if you've figured out how to make it really irresistible. Now, let's talk a little bit. I mean, this may be obvious, right? But why do you want to make your offers irresistible? Well, this obviously is the best part is you're going to fill your programs. You're going to have successful launches. I mean, who doesn't want that? But as I mentioned before, like this is how you sell higher ticket offers. So if you have VIP days or you have a coaching program, you have a bigger ticket offering, this is where you definitely want to have a way to express the impact that your program can have on their lives. And the more you can do that, the more irresistible it is. But here's another thing you may or may not have thought about is when you make your offers more irresistible and you really understand who the right clients are, you're going to attract better clients who are willing and able to invest in your programs. And this little formula of creating an irresistible offer means you're clear on who it's for and who it's not. And it allows you to talk directly to those people that it's for and kind of like push away or repel the people that it's not for. And then it makes it a better magnet for the clients you really want to work with. And then last, and maybe this is first for you, is when you have an irresistible offer, it creates a lot of buzz and a lot of energy around you and your name. And it helps really position you as a go-to authority in your field. And so when you've kind of figured out what your secret sauce is, if you've been following along in my business superpowers series I've been doing on the podcast, Amplify Your Success, then you know that when you spend more time in your business superpower, it does actually help elevate your influence and your impact in your communities and in your industry. Well, when you have the irresistible offer and you have a clear, concise, packaged offering that people really want, it's going to help your name get associated with that outcome. And then your name becomes synonymous with people who are looking or becomes the one that people talk about when they're looking for someone to do what you do. And that's what elevates your authority in your market. So, I had a client a couple years ago who came to me as an authority. She's been doing her work for 20 years. And she felt really upside down, like nothing she was doing was working. She was following all the formulas and the systems that people were teaching online and feeling this pinch of, I don't have enough sales. Like people are not getting it, people are not buying it. And so I took her through my Amplify audit process. And what I very quickly realized is she was missing 3 of the 4 irresistibility factors that we're going to talk about today. And so we started to work through this. And as we fixed these 3 pieces that were missing, she started to get more sales. She started to get people reaching out again and booking her on events. And literally it was almost like she just kind of lost her focus and lost her enthusiasm because, well, honestly, she just wasn't being relevant. Okay. And we're going to talk about why that's important. So what needs to be in place for you right now? And I'm kind of curious as you're listening in, like, where do you think you are right now on the irresistibility scale? Like, are you super hot? Is your offering selling like hotcakes? Well, there might be some nuggets in here for you to just refine some things and tweak a couple little things so you can get even better results. Maybe you're in the middle somewhere where you're like, yeah, it's kind of hot and cold. Like some things work, some things don't, which is very normal. But let me know if you're in that space. Or are you in a place where like everything's like Sahara dry, like nothing's working. You've tried everything. Your offers just aren't moving. You feel like a best kept secret. Okay. That's again, a very frustrating place to be. If you're there right now, please know I have been there. We've all been there, but there are some things that you can do right now to boost up the sales again. So first of all, you must know your superpower. Your offer has to be designed around your unique superpower so that your secret sauce is the thing that we can lean on and really sell in your package. So when I'm designing irresistible offers, what I find is people have to kind of finagle a little bit and do some research. I have a whole worksheet that I put people through to really figure out what is their business superpower. You have to know what it is your secret sauce, and you have to know who it's for. Those two key pieces have to be in place for the rest of it to work. And honestly, half the time when I'm working through this process with people, they've either kind of lost sight of what their superpower is, or they don't really understand who their market is. And so they're talking to the wrong people. Okay, so that's number one. That's the foundation that has to be in place. Two, your offer has to be relevant. If you're putting stuff out that is not the thing that your ideal clients are searching for, if it's not the solution that they're hungry for, if they're like, yawn, okay, I could care less about that right now. It's not, and it's not because what you do isn't valuable. Let me be really clear here. I know what you do is valuable, but if you don't know how to position it, it may not feel like the valuable thing that people need to invest their time and their money in right now. And this is where a lot of people get lost. They don't know how to connect the dots between what they do and what their clients are searching for so that it's irresistible and compelling and craveable and like makes people want it. And that's because you're in your own head, you're trying to figure it out on your own, and messaging probably isn't your superpower. So that's one of the pieces that has to be fixed if you're stuck and your sales aren't moving. The third thing, and I will fully own, this has been my Achilles heel in the past, is specificity. You have to, so let me just put it this way. The more specific you can show what your results are, what the outcomes are, or who it's for, the better, or the more irresistible the offer becomes. Where I think things get a little disconnected is general, like some people have so many different things they do. And you're maybe multi-passionate. You may have lots of things that you're passionate about, lots of skills and gifts and resources. I see you. I know that's you. Yeah, we all have lots of things we can do, but specificity sells. And if you're not moving the needle on your sales, oftentimes you need to dig a little bit deeper and figure out, do people really understand what the outcome is? And if not, maybe you could bring some specificity. Who's it specifically for? What's the specific problem you solve? And if you're already doing that and it's still not moving, maybe you need to just dig a little deeper and look at, can I micro niche, or can I solve a more specific problem inside my niche? Okay. So this does require a little bit of exploration. Sometimes you got to test some things to see how deep into the specificity you need to go. But what I had seen right now, and again, buying behavior changes. And right now, what I find sells really well is if people go, that's a specific thing I need. I'm going to spend $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 to get that specific need met. Okay. So it's like, I'm going to help people have better energy. I'm going to help people heal their autoimmune issues. Specific. Okay. I'm going to help people make more money. Okay. I'm going to help people figure out how to sell $10,000 packages over and over and over again, or how to have $100,000 months. Okay. I mean, not everybody can do that, but you get it. Specificity. Last thing, demonstrate value. Okay. So we talked about leverage your superpower, really like making sure it's relevant, that you bring specificity. You got to be able to demonstrate value. There's a lot of ways to do this, from finding ways to infuse your credibility in how you design and communicate about your offer. One of my favorite ways, and I just did this today in the Amplify Your Authority Inner Circle. This is their challenge for this month, is we're working on building their irresistible offer. And I told them, like, you need to go figure out what your value is. And the value is going to look differently depending on the type of service or offering you have. But the bottom line is this: you need to understand how you are going to bring value to your client and what that is worth to them. If you don't know how to do that, if you can't articulate that, it's very hard to, especially if you're selling higher price packages, it's very hard to get people to part with that kind of money if they don't understand the value proposition. I've been working with a really, really awesome client. He's so fun. He's such a great, enjoyable client for me to work with. And he wanted to increase his revenues because he felt like his revenue growth had gotten stagnant, but he's not really in the kind of industry where he can package his offerings and do a one-to-many offer. So our biggest option was raise his authority so he can raise his price point. So I've been putting him through the authority brand system. This is the same system I teach in Amplify Your Authority Inner Circle. And one of the things we worked on to give him confidence and the courage to do this, because he's like, really? You think I could charge that much? I'm like, yeah, I do. I had him go through an exercise to really uncover what his value was to his clients. Game changer, complete game changer. And instead of feeling fearful about being able to ask for that price, I mean, he still has some hesitation and, is new and a little scary, is he started doing it. And sure enough, clients were like, okay, I see the value. Do you know your value? Are you able to weave your value proposition into your sales processes and your marketing so that it's a big fat yes? Okay. So recap on the 4: leverage your superpower, make sure it's relevant. So it's 2, more specificity, demonstrate your value. Okay. There's 4 key factors. And when you bring these together and you really understand who your audience is, your offer starts to get more irresistible. Okay. And so what we want in an irresistible offer is we want your clients, your potential clients, to go, yes, you are the one for me. And if that's not happening, and you're feeling invisible, or you're feeling like a best kept secret, let's work the process. I mean, this process starts very simply. Get my 7-step plan. It's free right now. 7-step plan to get consistent visibility as a guest expert, get ideal leads, and get 5-figure clients to easily say yes. Okay. If you want my plan, this is the framework I use in my own business. I've turned it on several times from scratch and it works, whether you're just starting or you want to improve the results you have right now. If you want the plan, just say plan in the comments. Okay. You can put plan in the comments and we'll reach out via DM and get it over to you. Okay. And if you already have the plan and you're working the plan and you've gotten stuck, let me know what's getting you stuck. Where do you need to start? Having the irresistible offer, this piece really dialed in and tuned in, really, really helpful to making the whole thing work. Okay, I can't wait to hear your takeaways from today. If you've got questions that are surfacing, post them in the comments and let me know if you want the plan. We'll send it over via DM. Just put plan in the comments and we'll make sure you get it. Okay, keep the great work coming. I cannot wait to hear what you are going to move forward. Bye for now.